MSUTV is on the air, bringing you the best student-produced educational, entertaining, and informative programming. Broadcasting out of Breckenridge Hall on the campus of Morehead State University, MSUTV is signing on.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Chris Nolan.
And I'm Haley Murphy. This is your news for October 25th, 2012. Residents of Elizabeth Avenue have been raising some concerns to the university. NewsCenter's Nina Cottle has more on the issue.
In July 2011, Morehead State University went tobacco-free. This change in policy concentrated smokers to select areas near campus. This has become a concern for some neighbors of MSU, particularly residents of Elizabeth Avenue who have submitted a petition to MSU.
The petition was to address concerns on the part of residents surrounding the university concerning the impact of the tobacco ban on campus a little over a year ago, and how it's impacted the neighborhoods that those of us who live nearby live in.
That was Adrian Swain, resident of Elizabeth Avenue, who has concerns about the amount of people gathering at the corner.
They generated trash. The sidewalk is cluttered. They're actually dangerous to themselves standing in the road or sitting on the sidewalk with their legs hanging in the road.
Madonna Weathers is aware of the concerns and spoke on finding a solution.
One of the solutions that was suggested by the organizers of the petition was that we provide smoking areas on campus. So everything, of course, is on the table. We want to do what's right for the campus, for our students, for our faculty and staff, and also for our neighbors. But we also don't want to stray too far from the premise of why we went this direction in the first place. So we want to be sure in what we're doing that we're making the right move.
Weathers tried to reach out to students who have concerns about this issue.
We had scheduled a meeting for the last week to meet with those patrons of Smoker's Corner, as it has become known, and we held it on last Thursday, and there was a lot going on last week. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but actually none of those who were invited did come to the meeting.
When asked about the low turnout rate, one student had this to say.
Not heard anyone talk about that. I didn't even know about that either. Where did they post it at? I mean, that's what if I'd have saw that, I'd have probably went there. I probably would have, yeah.
Weathers stated that they would try to rehold the meeting sometime in the future. For NewsCenter, I'm Nina Cottle.
And now for some news from around the state. Investigating a missing and endangered juvenile who escaped while being transported to Morehead for confinement. Last Friday, 16-year-old Cheyenne Virez was being transported by the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services to the Morehead Youth Development Center. While en route, Virez allegedly kicked out a window and threatened to jump from the vehicle. When the driver slowed the vehicle, Virez exited through the broken window and fled on foot westbound on I-64. Virez is a white female with medium-length brown hair and green eyes. She has a scar on the right side of her mouth. She was last seen wearing a red hoodie, white t-shirt, blue jeans, and tennis shoes. Anyone with information about her is asked to contact the Kentucky State Police Frankfort Post at 502-227-2221.
The Eastern Kentucky University rugby team has been suspended following accusations of hazing within the team. While team members say they don't know what the accusations are, the complaint was serious enough to prompt the university to launch an investigation. The team is currently barred from holding meetings, practices, or games while the University Hazing Investigation Commission looks into the complaint. A spokesperson for EKU said the investigation could take days or even weeks. Team officer Tyler Farrell said the team does have traditions and rituals, but they don't involve embarrassing people. He says they bring the team closer together.
And his two young children who disappeared last week have been found. Michael Menn left New Albany, Indiana Sunday morning with his two children. They were headed to Versailles but never made it. On Tuesday morning, they were found walking along I-65 in Laurel County. After being taken to the state police post in London, The children were picked up by their mother and later returned to New Albany. During an interview, Mann said there was nothing wrong with the van he abandoned along I-75. In addition to the abandoned vehicle, investigators said there was a suitcase full of clothing nearby. Police say that while some charges may come, they won't say what those charges could be, as they are still investigating the matter.
An object in the sky seen by several people across Pike County last week has still yet to be identified. A local astronomer, Alan Epling, captured pictures and video of the object through his telescope. Epling said even with his background in astronomy, it is unlike anything he has ever seen. Stranger than the object's appearance are the reports that the object barely moved and hovered in that same area for more than 2 hours. Police in the area had received a handful of calls about the object, but were unable to locate it. Airport officials say they have no records of an aircraft flying through the area at that time.
We'll be right back after the break for a quick look at weather with Don Young and NewsCenter Notices featuring Derek Gramke.
Morehead State University's new state-of-the-art Recreation and Wellness Center offers you the opportunity to get in shape. Come enjoy our track overlooking the basketball courts, or take our bikes, ellipticals, treadmills, Stairmasters, and other cardio machines for a spin to help you break a sweat. And once you've worked up and breathing, pump some iron down in our weight room. Come visit MSU's new Recreation Wellness Center, open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays today.
See my eyes looking back and forth. Dude! 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 Dude!
Drive safe, MSU.
Dude! Welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Don Young. Current temperature outside is 79, so a beautiful day across Morehead right now. The sun's shining, there's not a cloud in the sky. Record temperature set back in 1963, a high of 83 degrees. We came pretty close to that today, but just couldn't quite get there. Luckily, we're nowhere close to the low, just about 8 years ago, back in 2006, a low of 27. We're going to be getting close to that, though, and moving into that here in the next couple days. But right now, temperatures across the Commonwealth, you can see down in Bowling Green, temperatures around 80. The Derby City, Louisville, temperatures around 80. Capital of Frankfort, temperatures around 78. Up in Covington, they're seeing temperatures around 77. Lexington, about the same as us, temperatures around 78. Down in London, 77. Jackson, 78 as well. But the hot spot over in Ashland, just by a few degrees at 81. So overall, pretty nice across the state. Taking a look at your Doppler radar, clearly nothing going on. However, within the next couple days, we're going to be seeing some showers moving into here and some cooler temperatures. There's going to be a cold front moving in from Canada, and that's definitely going to drop it down a lot. May even see some snow showers. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we'll just get the rain, and up north can keep the snow. But for now, let's take it to NewsCenter Notices with Haley Murphy and our special guest, Derek Gramke.
Today on NewsCenter Notices, we have Derek Gramke, an MSU alum. How are you today, Derek?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming. Just tell me a little bit, how's it been going since graduation?
It's been fun. It's that major transition from being in college and going into the real world. So that's where we're at now. So
you're working currently at Buster's in Lexington?
Mm-hmm.
How's that been going for you?
It's going well. I work as an audio engineer there. It's a music venue. It's mid-size. We hold about 1,200 people there on a normal show night. It's a lot of fun. We set up from the start of the day and go in, clear stage, get ready for the bands to show up, load them in, then set mic lines and lines for everybody, get the drums all set up, and go to sound check, and then actual showtime around 7. So we're there for a while usually.
So you've been working audio for some pretty, big bands, right?
Oh,
Any
yeah.
cool stories from that?
Well, we've had all kinds of bands ranging from like Brett Michaels, Lita Ford, Drive-By Truckers, Here Come the Mummies, Hank the Third. And most recently we had George Clinton, Parliament Funk. And I'll tell you what, that was really cool. Probably one of my favorite shows to have worked so far. We had a gentleman come through early one day called Sweet Rock, and he made sure that I knew his name. He was talking absolutely the slang way of jive, and you know what jive is, and I can't even repeat it because I could barely understand what the man was saying to me. He's talking about a bass tone. And, yeah, I did not catch it. But fun times.
So has MSU, like your education here, prepared you for what you're doing now at Buster's?
I would say it has. With being in the production program, actually, not too long ago, I was at this actual desk with you all. But, you know, we have to worry about audio levels and such like that. But working on NewsCenter specifically, it taught you to need to be prepared and to be able to communicate. Because you can't get your message out, what you need to do or what you need done, then there's no way of telling people and letting them know. And then also, if you're not ready for the show, you don't have everything done. If you don't have a, you know, we do run-throughs through here. If you don't do a sound check, it's able to be chaotic, to say the least.
So what are your plans for after Buster's? Once you're, you know, done working there, moving on?
Well, it's weird because I've managed to put myself in very different areas, work from graphic design, video production, live sound. But I'm not sure yet. I've been trying to put in a word, maybe go with a band, go on tour, be a traveling audio engineer. And for some reason I have a calling to go to Chicago. Nothing's set in stone, but looking into it.
That's good, yeah. So are you planning on doing audio more in the future too?
Possibly. Possibly video production, really. Just whatever, who wants to pay me and whatever seems interesting.
All right, well thank you so much for being here today with us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back with an extended look at weather and Adrena Anderson with Eagle Athletics.
Morehead State Career Services offers services and resources to partner with you in your career decision-making process with things like MSU JobLink, individual career counseling, Eagles in Flight certification program, and the Suit Bank. Don't forget about our career fair, March 13th in the Krager Room of ADUC from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
For students living both on and off campus, come check out the new POD store, located in Alumni Tower. POD store is a great way for students on campus to go grocery shopping without leaving campus, or for students looking for a place to spend flex dollars on drinks, snacks, and supplies. Remember, if you're by Alumni Tower, visit the POD store to the right of the catwalk for products on demand when you want them.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Don Young. Current temperatures outside around 79 degrees still. Although those temperatures are going to start to drop, right now it's still pretty nice out. Humidity around 42%. Winds at south about 14 miles an hour. We'll see the winds pick up a little bit overnight with the storm rolling in, but overall it should be pretty nice. Down in Bowling Green, it's about 80 degrees right now. Louisville seeing about the same temperature. Capital of Frankfort, a little cooler. Up Covington towards Cincinnati, temperatures around 77. Lexington seeing temperatures around 78. And over on our end of the state, we're seeing temperatures around 77, 78, and the hot spot up in Ashland at 81. It's pretty nice. Doppler radar, not a whole lot going on anywhere across the Commonwealth, but pretty nice day, so we can't complain. If you take a look at your national radar, however, you can see the storm moving in. And that storm's coming up from Canada, and that's where we're seeing a lot of those cooler temperatures blowing in for next week. Could affect Halloween, hopefully not. Although homecoming, going to see a little bit of rain Saturday morning, but hopefully that'll clear up for the football game. Should be okay into tomorrow, into the evening. Probably going to see those storms start to move in. If you look at your satellite, you can see that storm again. You can see the snowstorms up moving into Michigan. They're going to get hit probably tonight, and those storms are going to hold off for us until tomorrow evening. Taking a look at your temperatures across the nation, you can see those cool temperatures where the snow's at, around 34 degrees, and back in our neck of the woods, temperatures around 78. Florida still seeing some beautiful weather around 83, but some showers down in their area right now. Tonight's going to be pretty clear, as that storm won't probably get here until tomorrow evening. Temperatures start to cool off a little bit around 58, probably be the warmest night we're going to have for a while until some new weather moves in. Sunset's going to be about 6:47. Getting dark early. Tomorrow we're going to see some showers in the afternoon like I mentioned a moment ago. High of 63. Still fairly warm weather, but temperatures are starting to cool off, but not near what they're going to be going into next week. Friday we're going to see temperatures around 71, so the last of the warm weather as you can see, with a low of 40 into the night. Saturday you're going to see those storms still in the morning with a little bit of rain showers, hopefully moving off into the afternoon, maybe see a peak of sunshine possible. Sunday, temperatures cooling off some more with a high of 48 and a low of 27 through the night. Should be partly cloudy. Overall a nice day. Monday, high of 45 with a low of 28. Few clouds in the sky. Tuesday should be the nicest day for next week until we see some more showers moving into the area. Sunny with a high of 43 degrees and a low of 30. Well, hopefully it doesn't mess up anyone's Halloween plans. Could see some rain showers. It might be nice. Right now it's kind of too far to tell. The storms are out in the west. Hopefully.
I know, I'm planning on passing out candy, so I'm a little worried about the trick-or-treaters out that night. It's going to be too cold.
It's going to be pretty cold either way, but as long as we don't get the rain, at least it won't be terrible. But let's go ahead and move it to Adrena Anderson with sports.
Tonight, Morehead State hosts Morehead Hysteria in Johnson Arena at 7 p.m. The annual event will feature both MSU Eagle basketball teams along with the MSU cheerleaders. The event will begin with women's coach Tom Hodgins introducing the team, followed by 30 minutes of on-court activity. This will be followed by a three-point shooting contest, and then the 32-time national championship MSU cheerleaders will do a series of routines. Finally, new men's basketball coach Sean Woods will introduce the team, followed by a dunk contest and on-court exhibition. Both basketball teams open exhibition play on November 3rd. Morehead State's volleyball Eagles have a big weekend planned for homecoming. MSU hosts Tennessee Tech at 7 p.m. Friday, Jacksonville State at 5 p.m. Saturday. Both matches will be in Weatherby Gym and feature special events. Friday will be Dig Pink Night, and fans are encouraged to wear pink to support breast cancer awareness. MSU Cares t-shirts will be on sale for $10 Saturday, and Senior Night will honor the careers of senior volleyball players Ellie Roberson, Annie Gruenschlager, Caitlin Clark, and Erin Bohannon. This weekend, the Morehead State Soccer Eagles will complete their 2012 regular season. The Eagles enter the weekend with a 1-11-4 overall record and 1-4-3 in OVC play. Friday, the soccer team will host second place OVC ranked Austin Peay at 7 p.m. Sunday, Matt sends the Eagles on the road to face Murray State at 2 p.m. Live stats will be available on MSU.com, and game updates can be found at twitter.com/MSU Athletics. And now for NewsCenter's famous sports trivia. Which MSU men's basketball player averaged 10.2 points per game his junior year and scored a total of 335 points on the season? Is the answer A, Milton Chavis, B, Drew Kelly, C, Khalil Owens, D, Devon Atkinson?
If memory serves, I'm going to have to go with D on this one.
I'm going to go with B, Drew Kelly.
I believe it's Drew Kelly as well.
Well, you guys are actually right. The answer is Drew Kelly. And one good thing about that is he's returning this year. He also was our lead rebounder last year, so it'll be great to see him out on the court. I actually got a chance to catch up with the new head coach, and he had great things to say. So hopefully everybody's going out tonight to see the team in action for the first time this season, and I think we can expect big things from the MSU team this year.
Should definitely be a good game tonight.
Oh yeah, get to see some of the new stuff they interpreted with the new coach, so I'm excited to see it.
Should be good.
And we'll be right back after the break.
How does my Morehead State help me?
How does my Morehead State help me? How does my Morehead State help me?
Email SkyDrive Blackboard references.
Calendars, maps, news, weather. It helps me truly connect to my students in and out of class.
It provides me with a tool to succeed in academics and tennis.
Using My Morehead State helps me to stay productive and organized.
I'm Eric Thomas, Director of the Star Theater here at Morehead State University, and I'd like to invite you to come out and join us for some of the great programs we offer in the Star Theater. Our programs are both educational, with planetarium programs, and entertaining, with laser shows that feature artists such as Elton John all the way out to Metallica. So come join us at the Star Theater, located in the Space Science Center here on the campus of Morehead State University. And if you've got questions, go online to moreheadstate.edu/startheater.
University Farm's haunted hayride went a little haywire for one MSU student. NewsCenter's Nina Cottle investigates.
Last Tuesday, October 16th, FFA hosted a harvest festival at the MSU Farm. Among other events, they hosted a haunted hayride where one MSU student was hurt. Eli Mann provides his point of view of the incident.
The tractor came through and we let the people off to walk between the cornfields. And after the witches had finished their story and the people that were on the hayride went to go get back on the wagon, one of the girls came down off the hill and the Headless Horseman's horse ran into her.
All I could see was the chest of the horse, and I was just trying to grab my head and cover and make sure I wasn't going to get anything hurt head-wise. Then as soon as that happened, I could hear people saying, "She got hit, she got hit." I went to get up, couldn't really see much because I was just dizzy and just didn't really understand what was going on. Then as soon as I got up, everybody tried to help. I had one girl grab under my jaw and try to lift my head up since I had a bloody nose. And then as soon as that happened, I passed out for about 2 to 3 minutes. I couldn't really feel what was going on with my hip. It was in a funky direction and I wasn't really sure what was going on with it. So it was kind of cocked to one side. Well, every time they touched it, it hurt really bad. So I knew something was wrong. I knew I had a broken nose right off the bat because the way it just bled and everything.
Even though Mackenzie was airlifted to the hospital, this event didn't seem to faze her.
Being a farm girl, you gotta understand that these kind of situations happen. So I've been trampled by an Angus heifer, I've been trampled by small bull calves, I've been trampled by everything, but yet I still show cattle because it's something I enjoy and they're animals. Animals naturally aren't supposed to be tamed. So even if that might have happened, it could have happened to anybody.
For NewsCenter, I'm Nina Cottle.
Students at MSU may have noticed some new names in the Space Science Building. NewsCenter's Adam Black has more.
Name Smith Booth Hall. Jim Shaw, Vice President of University Advancement, says that these two men have done great things for the university and the state.
The university has a naming policy to name major buildings after people who have made a tremendous impact on this university. Impact either in terms of their service to the nation, to the university, to the state. And these two folks, Elmer Smith and his late wife Donna, and Jim Booth and his wife Linda, have made an impact in all those areas.
Jim Booth, who is an entrepreneur in coal and recently has been elected as president of the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, and Elmer Smith, who is an educator and now runs a computer-based training college, symbolize the Space Science Building.
The Space Science Center is a major building dedicated to the education of young people and symbolic of the capability of young people to excel and take their limits as far out as they possibly can. We thought that Jim Booth and Elmer Smith both represented that concept so very well.
Shaw says that he encourages students to call the building its new name.
We think it's important that they call the buildings that we name by the name that they have. It personalizes it, and I think it sets an example for young people coming up, that there are folks out there who have come from very unique environments who can make a big difference for this university.
Both men are honored that MSU has chosen them for the new name, says Shaw.
Both Jim, Linda, and Elmer are very modest people. And although they are honored by this naming, I think they're also very well grounded and appreciative that we felt so strongly about naming something after these two men from Martin County who have done so much.
Reporting for NewsCenter, Adam Black.
As part of MSU's homecoming, there will be an official dedication Saturday at 10 a.m. outside of Smith Booth Hall.
The Moorhead Vet Clinic treats all types of pets and animals. Brianna Perry has more on the story.
The Moorhead Vet Clinic, located on 103 Bartlett Drive, has much to offer the Brown County community as well as the surrounding area. Dr. Anthony Stansbury talks about the types of treatment the clinic offers, as well as the type of animals that are seen there.
A lot of our work here is preventive medicine, so that's vaccinations and just teaching owners how to care for their pets, what things to watch for.
We offer general small animal medical and surgical procedures, you know, kind of a vast array of anything from just simple you know, wellness vaccinations and wellness appointments and vaccinations to some of the more complex surgeries and stuff.
Dr. Holbrook talks about how you can ensure that you are making the right choice for your pet with the Moorhead Veterinary Clinic.
I think that we offer a really high quality standard of care. We offer the best medicine we possibly can, you know, offer friendly service and have a really great staff here that takes great care of the pets when they're in our care. You know, they're always being babied and then get taken very well taken care of here.
The clinic is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. You can reach the clinic at 780-7387 or visit them online at moorheadveterinaryclinic.com. Reporting for NewsCenter, I am Brianna Perry.
Students looking for more entertainment in Moorhead should look no further than the new Ohio Championship Wrestling. Hardy Breeding takes a look at OCW.
Students seeking entertainment need not look any farther than the Carl Perkins Center in Moorhead. The center hosts the new Ohio Championship Wrestling the first Thursday of every month. For $5, students get to watch all of their favorite wrestlers like Playboy Hayes, Killer Kurt, Larry D, and Picture Perfect. As always, the crowd was very involved and did not take kindly to some of the wrestlers' mockery. NewsCenter explored the crowd to get their thoughts on the event.
I've been coming here for 2 months now. This is my second time being here. Matches have been good. People here are great. I'm from Tennessee, you know, and I love it.
That's Killer Kurt. That is my man right here. And another thing, I'm a Vietnam veteran, and Larry D is a punk. He won't let nobody cross the ropes to get a hold of him. If he wants on 345 pounds, I hope he's watching. Anytime I may be crippled, but I'll put my cane down and whip his big fat butt.
NewsCenter later spoke with Playboy Scotty Hayes, a fan favorite, who discussed wrestling in his family.
I've been doing this since 1997. My brother owns a company in Central Kentucky, MWA. So I've been doing it for quite a while. My dad did it back for the ICW, Randy Savage, Angelo Poffo, Lanny Poffo. So I have wrestling in my roots, that's for sure. When we won the belts tonight, those tag team championships, the crowd exploded. That's the best feeling. I'm walking out in the curtain when your music's playing and the crowd cheers for you. It's a pretty good rush.
Kerry Campbell, the owner, says that fan support is crucial to the success of the show.
Well, we've been in Moorhead now for 42 straight months. Hopefully we'll be back next month for our 43rd. The fan support here in Moorhead has been extremely great. We depend a lot on the university. You know, the Moorhead students, we price them at $5 a whack, and usually they turn out and support us very well.
Reporting for NewsCenter, this is Hardy Breeding.
OCW will take a break during December. This makes next week's show the last of 2012.
So Haley, what are your plans for this homecoming weekend?
Well, tonight I'm planning on going to the parade and to Moorhead Hysteria, so that should be really fun. And of course the game on Saturday. What about you? Going to the game?
I'm pretty much doing the same thing. I'm going right after we finish here. I'm going to the parade and then going to check out the game and hopefully cheer our Eagles on to a victory.
I know, I'm excited to see the floats that everybody came up with. It should be really exciting.
Absolutely.
So hopefully that goes well this weekend for us, and hopefully the game goes well as well, too. So.
All right. Well, on behalf of Don Young with weather, Adrena Anderson with sports, and the rest of the NewsCenter team, I'm Chris Nolan.
And I'm Haley Murphy. Have a great evening.